Going on, guys? So just got done installing, it's a Red Tiger dash cam. It was like $119 on Amazon, and you can see this cable here. This is power, and this is for the rear camera. And my sister ran this, and she just kind of tucked it up in here. We tucked it up in here. She tucked it up in here. Same thing in the back. Let me go back here. You can see, and she got it tucked in there. You can see what this is. This is a hardwire kit that you purchase separately. It was like 20 bucks. And what this kit will allow you to do is you can connect it to power so that it's constantly on, for like in case you're parked and it's got to be set up, of course, in case you're parked and someone bumps the car, it'll start recording. And then so the cable goes down this way, and right about here, somewhere in this area, I actually had to extend the wires. This was just 3 wires. I had my red, my yellow, and my black. Red was, I believe, ignition hot. Yellow is constant hot, which kind of floored me. I figured it'd be red for constant, yellow for ignition, whatever. And then black obviously goes to ground. So I had to splice all those wires. Oh, she didn't do a hot shot job of tucking those wires in. That's not a huge deal. So right around here, I spliced the wires, and then, by the way, this is a 14 Dodge Charger. There was no, normally in most normal vehicles, you have a fuse block here, maybe here, maybe here. I've got one in my truck here, and I've got one in my truck here, but there was not anything here. The fuse box is in the trunk, which that's why I had to run the wire like this, and I spliced it, and I got it, and you can't even see it, and she already put everything back together, but it basically comes up from there and comes down, comes underneath the carpeting here. The battery sits like right here. The fuse box sits like right here. Okay, so the wire comes in here. I've got the ground, there's a ground terminal here, and then of course the hardwire kit and the dash cam itself, if I recall correctly, they both come with like 4 different Adafuse types times 2, because you need the Adafuse for the ignition hot, you need the Adafuse for the constant hot. So I found that, and when you do an Adafuse, it still blows me away, but there's a proper orientation. If you put it in the wrong orientation, it won't work. So did that. She has yet to set this up, but you can see there's the rear camera. She's got the coil, the cable coiled up there, and she did the same thing with the wire. It's tucked in to here, and it's just tucked in. We didn't take anything off, and we did the same thing here, and you can see the cable comes out. You can see we could have left a little bit more slack on it. You live and learn, right? Right there, that's that camera, or that cable there, goes to that camera. Okay, so the way this camera works, I'm sure it's kind of standard with dash cams, is that the unit itself, which is mounted pretty much behind the mirror, because I had a suction cup, whatchamacallit, and So we got it powered up with the cable on the right. That's what I use to tap into the fuse box. And then the cable on the left is the input, or actually input and the power from the rear camera, to the rear camera, because that same cable provides power and it provides data. So yeah, I mean, she's still got to do some settings, and with the hardwire kit, like I said, it's got the parking mode, which if you use just the like you can see, there's a power port right there. I mean, that's ignition hot. She's got a power port inside here that's constant hot, but had we plugged it into here, I don't know if we would have been able to set up the parking mode. So, and you can see these side pieces are off because they're the rubberized coating or whatever is starting to come off. So she's gonna see what she can do to fix that. But so that is this camera here. You can see the only cable you see is here. Two little cables there, which we should have run with a little bit more length. And then you see that cable there for that camera. Red Tiger has good reviews. It actually wasn't that hard of an install, except for the fact that this is freaking Dodge and there's no fuse down there or down there. So I had to get my power from the trunk. So, and then like I say, she's gonna work on that. So that's why that hasn't been put together. But so that is this video. I'm gonna put maybe not the same one, but something comparable, same manufacturer, in my car, that blue car there, and in my truck, the Silverado. That's my work truck, so no. So anyways, that's my video. If you have anything you want to add, any comments you want to give to me, go ahead and leave the comments. If you know someone who's going to be doing a camera install, hopefully this did help. I realized this wasn't very instructional, but hopefully that helped a little bit. If you know someone who's going to be getting a dash cam, send them this video. Otherwise, like I say at the end of all my videos, if you're curious to see what my next video is, go ahead and hit that subscribe and you'll find out what my next video is. Alright? Until next time, thank you. Have a good day. Goodbye.